and welcome to Business 300. My name is Philip Kulenshoff, and this is 300 Seconds About Business. We're all a busy people, so I have 5 minutes or less to get my point across. Five minutes at a time is a strategic options trading model. Low consequences in case of failure, high reward in case of success. Short and frequent is the way. That's because, to a certain degree, we should live our lives expecting failure. After a few stumbles, we resort to the reality that execution risks failure. If we embark on our desired venture, there's a big chance we won't make it. And if we do, we'll be bruised and beaten. Failure is inevitable. For us hopeless romantics, it might take a while to come to that realization. We'll deny the fact that our leg is broken, our nose bleeding, and our arm has a severe wound with blood gushing out. Like the Black Knight in Monty Python and the Holy Grail, our limbs are all cut off, but for us, 'tis but a scratch. So yes, there are people that take a while to realize that failure is real and inevitable. But once we do realize that and feel it, we really only have three options on how to proceed forward with our execution. Our first option is to freeze with fear and sit idle, to be stunted by failure. This is the option that most people take. It's a natural response. We've been burned, it hurts, and so we avoid whatever caused the pain. You're not going to keep putting your hand on the stovetop after you've done it once. And since execution leads to failure, you might as well stop doing that too. Failure is not pleasant, and there's no need to pretend that it is. When we do, we want to get it done. That's the reason why we do. But since failure is not just inevitable, but most probable, we might as well not even start. And so, people let their dreams dwindle, their ideas idle, their work waste away. I'm going to fail anyway. It'll hurt less if I try less. And although this option is the most frequent one of the three, it's also the only one that guarantees the impossibility of success. Failure is inevitable whichever route you take, but success is only possible if you take a route. People who try to avoid failure by not moving have not avoided anything. On the contrary, because people who refuse to keep going are guaranteed to not get there, this option is the greatest failure of them all. I can't tell you that you'll arrive if you embark, but I can tell you that you won't if you don't. Our second option is to let the fear of failure control your execution, to be driven by failure. Some people will spend all their time counting and recounting, aligning all their plans and making sure every jot and tittle is perfect. They pursue starting a business like launching a rocket. They have an overestimation at what is at stake, and so they put even more at stake. Their elaborate plan to serve some customers is elevated to infiltrating bin Laden's base. Sure, these people will be able to foresee many wrong turns. Their schemes are not useless in that sense. Where others will trip, they'll skip. But their failure is still inevitable at some point. And when it comes, their crash will be loud. A tree that was shielded from the wind didn't have the opportunity to grow deep roots as it grew to the skies. It topples over on a windless day under its own weight and size. Avoiding resistance is not a good solution to avoid failure. The third option, and this is of course the best one, is to embrace the inevitability and necessity of failure. A tree should want to experience ongoing resistant wind so that it could grow strong roots as it grows to far heights. Failure is not only inevitable, but it is necessary for success. It doesn't matter if that's a cliche. There is no path to success that doesn't lead through failure. The only way to get stronger is to increase the weight load until failure and then let your muscles recover. Since failing is inevitable and necessary, the best way to success is to make smaller mistakes quickly and often, to learn from them, gain competence, and keep going. Don't let the stakes grow large before you fail. Do, fail, learn, and repeat. So, you can either be stunted by failure, driven by it, or embrace failure as inevitable and necessary for success. Make small mistakes quickly and often. Do, fail, learn, repeat.